Good morning, everybody.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Say wherever you at. All right, so let's just be very transparent right now. We are literally waiting for the whatever tweet for artifacts and everything right now. So if y'all see us like take a pause or a break or something so we can get signed up, that is what we're gonna do. So it's like we were sitting there like, well, do we launch a little couple minutes late? Yeah, we're like launch a minute or two late, but we still haven't got the notice. So if y'all see us a little distracted, that's all we are doing. It is nothing personal or anything, but as people are going live, sometimes we have drops at the same time we're trying to go live. But Jessica, they did say something about your Jessica Massey was saying you have to connect your wallet, so on that. So
Oh,
so
okay, great.
so I can talk if you know
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate them.
if you need to get your stuff figured out. So again, for everybody laughing like, yeah, it's like we trying to do it live and respond live at the same time. So
Yes.
um a lot has happened this week. We have been excited again in regards to the NFT space. As y'all always know, we are NFT addicts, and we are proud of it. We don't have no problem saying that at all. We are always still trying to find some new things, but I think many times we're sitting there trying to figure out what's the next newest thing that's out there, and how can you capitalize on it. There are, I mean, obviously there are definitely a lot of projects, and like I said, we don't catch them all. We're not going to be the people to say, well, oh yeah, we catch every NFT drop that happens. We don't. And if you think you're going to be that person that's going to catch every drop, then you're going to lose a lot of money probably too. Because I think as the space continues to go, I think Jessica has mentioned many times, like a lot of these projects will not be here, in a couple months or 6 months or even in a year's time. You're going
Mhm.
to have some very solid projects that'll still stick around, but I think we were even having a discussion yesterday on our call with the group. Is that as far as when you're looking at sometimes even within the metaverse and how things are still, how many people are trying to invest. What's the next big metaverse? What's the next big NFT or whatever JPEG, whatever you're going to look at? It's like you're always. I think it's scary. Well, not scary. I shouldn't say scary. I don't think scary is the right word. It's always challenging for people who are already creating, because you're always trying to be the first. But sometimes when you're the first, it puts all your information out there, what you're actually trying to do. And then you'll have someone else who can come in and take everything you've already done and just get a head start, which I mean, it's part of life. It's part of business. And that's what most people in business do. Everybody in business pretty much cheat, because it's like you try to do your business and make it better and take another shortcut and learning from other people's mistakes. So not necessarily they cheat. But I think it's important, as far as when you are investing in some of these projects, just to keep that in mind with what you're doing, because things will continue to evolve as more people, as technology continues to evolve and gets better and better. Things are going to get easier and easier in the space. So going to be real. Link to There's no link to the drop of artifact. There's no official drop. The only thing is that if you and I think that's because I was reading the chat. If there was a link, yeah, the link would have been put out. It would have been like the sale would have been over had there been a link at all. It's in regards to if you're planning on we're planning on going to the New York trip, and so for some of the events they have, if you wanted to attend some of the events, they're only going to have so many tickets for those particular things. So that's what we're talking about. Somebody like
Booked
what's
already. Tickets, hotel, just
yeah, airfare is booked. So it's like, okay, yeah, we got to get in this thing. So, but I just wanted to say that as far as that, there's no official like drop of a drop for NFT for artifacts. Okay. All right, let me start sharing this doggone screen. I think I've tried to talk as long as I possibly can on that.
yeah. I
So
know.
if Majesty and Miles see something, they will let us know, Jessica. So if you don't see it before
Sounds
they see it, I'll let you know. Okay. All right.
good.
Can y'all see my screen? Oh,
Yeah,
Magic can
wow, we
take
see
that
the
one Twitter thing off. All right, I think we're good. Okay.
and yeah.
Okay. So NFTs, I think go ahead, Jessica. I think you were talking. My bad.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say NFT market to reach 800 billion in 2 years. So some of the things we talk about, getting in position already, and why all that billions of dollars still has to come into it. It's important that you can get yourself in position to the right projects. It does, huh?
They're typing in Discord. So,
Oh, look,
all
you
right.
see
So
how live you are.
I'll talk.
Huh?
I'll talk because I have someone helping me on my side. So, in regards to the $800 billion in 2 years, I think I think it's important when we start looking at the numbers. With when you start talking about 800 billion, you start thinking, well, I just need a little small, little bitty percentage of that. Is it like okay? You just need a little small percentage of that money to be able to do very well within this space. I think it's even whether you're a company, and I think we talk about this all the time. Whether you're a company and you have a business, you better be trying to figure out how you can capitalize on the NFT space. If you're otherwise, you're going to literally be left behind. I think, and I think I've seen on the news too a lot lately in regards to a lot of people have are not even going back to work, and it's like I don't know if it's just coincidence, but I'm thinking a lot of people have gotten not necessarily spoiled, but it's like you feel like I can do the same work that I was doing during this in the pandemic from home. Now, some people don't get me wrong. Some people be like, I want to go leave, get away from home, but I'm like, I'm a home person. So, but I understand as far as some people, if you can do your same job, I think companies are going to have to transition to say, hey, you don't have the big overhead of the building anymore. You don't have a lot of those expenses anymore, and literally letting people work from home because many times I feel like if I had something like that, I'd prefer for someone. I don't even care if they were on vacation, as long as they got the job done. That's all I'm looking for. It's like, and I think many people will work harder for their employer if they have that opportunity. And I think one of the things is a lot of the tech companies are definitely starting to do that to where they're just like, well, hey, you know what? I saw something over talking about the people with the dogs. The dogs can come to work with them now because a lot of people had adopted a lot of pets, and so we're going to see a lot of those different transitions. And so whether it's going to be taking your pets to work or being able to just simply stay at home and do your work, it's going to be big. I think it's going to be a big transition.
Well, even adding to that, the augmented reality, the Oculus goggles, it's going to be allowing people to do collab and works from different parts of the country that never had to be before. So it's going to create a lot of different jobs. Also, to that aspect, people that can't see each other, family members. There's a lot of stuff with technology that's coming out. Like I said, with the glasses, creating suits that you'll feel if somebody hugs you, and so it's life changing. If you can think about all types of different industry, it can affect even from healthcare, family members in nursing homes, people in different countries not able to see their loved ones, and so it is going to affect a lot of different people, especially even in a job placement. You will be able to get a lot of different opportunities now in places that you couldn't hire before because a lot of things will be going remote or already going and transitioning to remote, or even artificial intelligence. It's going to be taking over a lot of different jobs.
Yeah, you start seeing all that stuff. I'd be like, okay, yeah. I mean, even as far as like you said with the jobs, I look at I found many times I would think about, well, why are they doing all these checkout stands where you just check out for yourself? Like they did decrease in jobs, employees, overhead, and so I know we keep saying the same thing. I'm not trying to harp on it, but you have to be ready to transition. They're typing again.
Is that the right link? NIC dot.
No,
Is that the scam?
no, don't click on that one.
Thank you.
What she's saying. New York event website is loading. For those of you who got on late, just letting y'all know we are trying to get signed up for the Artifact NFT, the thing for New York. So if y'all see us like trying to click on something, that's what we're doing. So we're going to try to be as attentive as we possibly can, but at the same time, trying to get signed up for the event because we are traveling there. Okay.
Yeah, and just the update, it says NY event website loading, having some small deployment delays, turn post notifications on.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, good stuff. Okay. All right. So again, look, when you're looking at $800 billion in 2 years, that's big money. Okay. And then we can move on to this one. The one thing that I think crypto.com, again, I really do like crypto.com. I love the aspect of their debit card where if you're going to buy your crypto or you want to stake some of the crypto, and then if you wanted to definitely use the crypto debit card that it comes with, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good with what they were doing. But they got like a slump because people was like really mad. Because I think one thing as far as when people are more people companies are coming into the NFT space, a lot of them will come in and like, hey, we're going to give you so much of this or so much for staking and so much rewards for this. But then when they have to pull those things back, that's when a lot of the problems happen. I think because again, many times I think at the beginning they're trying to get their information out there to get more people to start using their site, which is kind of it's smart. But at the same time, when your people who have been with you start feeling like now you're just taking everything and you're not giving any kind of notice, that's what a lot of the backlash has been coming in for them. So looking at 30% slash people in crypto, don't forget Okay, that's just it is what it is. As far as I know that for them they have to make a business decision, but at the same time, I think a lot of people, with whether you're doing an NFT project, I think that's going to be very big to see what your community thinks. Because if you're going to just make changes just because you want, I mean, like I said, I understand it's the bottom line. I get that it's business, but at the same time, you just can't just instantly change something like, hey, by June 1st, like a month away, we're going to be slashing these numbers down unless you have this particular thing staked for a longer period of time. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if I think they will bounce back because I look at the bigger picture as far as them being invested in the Staples Center and that being named after Staples Centers now. I think they're doing some very big things, but this could also hurt them for a shorter period of time. I think newer people, going to come in, but like they don't even know this even happened. So many people here, it's going to get that. You say that part, huh? They're like, oh, it's an easy way for me to buy my crypto. Let me buy that. So they won't even know. It's the hardcore crypto people though. You want the long-term hardcore crypto people to be behind your site, because once people start bad mapping your site, it can make you stay down for a little while. Okay, so that was crypto.com.
Some NFTs are dead. OpenSea just set a new trading record of 476 million in Ethereum, especially when it relates to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the land sale that happened this week. And wow,
Don't be wowing us.
That was an experience. You feel drained. You don't know what to do after that sale, man. So
I did get a coda though. I did get a coda for the record. I did get a coda. I did.
Approved my wallet, and then didn't say they had the wallet connected to it. So I was a little. It doesn't matter. My brother had a extra wallet. Yeah, it is what it is. People were paying though $6,000 in gas to be able to mint those. Some of them have come back down, but not like the rarer ones. If you did get the rare, like the Kodas, I believe those are still holding around 22 ETH and maybe even higher. Some of the other ones have been coming down. They're about like 4 ETH yesterday, and they may be a little under that now.
375.
3.75. And then, of course, they have another 100,000 land plots coming out in August as well. So people were really thinking that this is going to be their first time to really take advantage to entering that project. But it was not the time to think that you can enter that project at all. They needed to probably do some gas optimization to their contract and stuff, but they weren't too worried about it. They are reimbursing those that did pay extra or got fees taken from them for the gas, and they're going to continue to do that. But as you can see, that's a record-breaking volume. Even before the week before the sale, you can see how much money was getting pulled out of the market for people preparing to be able to probably mint this project. But it just, a lot of people weren't successful with it. The Apes did take a little hit with it. Like, when you go from 150 to 115 in ETH, it's not really a hit, but it is depending if you bought at 150. So
yeah, that part.
Yeah. So yeah, and you want to go on and add a little more into that?
Yeah, because I just looked at that for $476 million. I mean, you think about that, for a business to be able to do that kind of money, like in a day, or I don't even care if it's a month.
That part.
That's big within the space, And so again, I think a lot of people are still trying to catch up to OpenSea or figure out how they can become OpenSea, just to get a little percentage of what the money that they're making. But it's mind blowing again, as far as when you think about only the number of people that are in the NFT space right now, of how much money is being spent.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that there's just regular ordinary people who are just spending $476 million. Yes, there's a lot of regular people who are coming in, but $476 million, there are some big people who are still saying that crypto is a scam and crypto is this, or NFTs are not going to make it. They spending $476 million. So I think it's really going to be important as far as who you're listening to, in regards to where you're getting your information from, because I don't. That's big money coming.
It's okay, guys. It's a celebrity project. Don't worry. Some people are in. It's okay, guys.
Stop calling this Bored Ape project a celebrity project.
It's a celebrity. Don't
I'm
worry.
not a celebrity. Guys. I'm just a regular normal person.
We got in there. We were.
There are normal people in the project.
She came across it. We didn't know the importance of signing in the bathroom, but hey,
I'm a
normal. You're in there
person.
still. Good for you. Some people, a lot of people flipped out like 0.1s, 0.4s, and you talking about people high in the space. You see their storylines talking about how they sold 15 or 20 Bored Apes at 0.3.
Oh. Okay, so I think you need to hop onto that. I think my kids are got mine, so you do yours while
Thank
they're.
you.
So I'll keep talking as she's doing that. Let me see if I can read some of these questions too over here to what you guys have. Okay. DC, okay, that's not it. What sources? For sources as far as what to use in regards to NFTs, I think a couple of the 666 Jessica. So you need to go, sis.
Where is it at? I can't find it.
It's in the Discord link.
Okay, thank you.
Did you go, Miles, or do I need to do mine? Hold on, y'all got to just give us a second. I'm sorry. This is like really. Mess, you got mine. Let me see if y'all got. I'm sorry. We're like really live.
I do apologize. I'm signing, making sure, scanning wallet. It says something went wrong.
It says sold out on one of my things.
That's so ridiculous.
Just go. Just go. Dog. I think it might have sold out that quick.
Yep, I think so too. And that's people that's
It's
not
open
going.
again, I think.
They might be having an issue with it, but that's probably people that's not going. Or a bot.
You say or a bot.
Yeah, keep getting that. Oops, something went wrong. Y'all go see this is live. So
Yeah. So, all right. I'll keep talking because my Miles can do mine on my side.
yeah, we see sold out. I see sold out again.
Okay. All right. So that's how fast sometimes things can literally change within the space as far as trying to get in. Okay, what sources are you utilizing? One thing as far as if you're new, you can go to was it Rarity Tools? Rarity Tools is one site as far as trying to figure out some of the new drops and stuff that may be coming on in the NFT space. This is again the aspect where you're going to have to come in and know how to research some of these projects. But Rarity Tools is one of the tools that you definitely can use in regards to trying to find out when new drops are coming up, upcoming drops and so forth that are going to be happening within space. Okay, so it'll give you a calendar here in regards to how much it's going to cost you. Again, not every one of these particular drops that are on here. I'm not saying that you need to be buying these projects at all. I'm just saying this is an area as far as if you're looking for a calendar or anything like that to try to figure out some of these NFTs that are coming out. This is where you come in here. You can join their Discords, go to their websites, and look up some of that information and see if those things work for you. Okay. All right. So that's good. That's that. All right. Let me keep moving here. Got crypto. All right. The next thing in regards to NBA Top Shot. That's going to be hot. If you're still buying NBA Top Shots, for me, I do have some NBA Top Shots, but I actually got quite a few NBA Top Shots. We've been investing for a long period of time. In regards to this particular drop, they're going to be $19, and I think there's like 22,000 packs of these. So again, if you'd like to buy these particular cards, I think many times we were talking about this the other day. The prices, as far as if you're getting $19 for some of these packs, some of the numbers, I mean, the numbers used to be crazy good. You could open up a pack of cards, it wasn't that many cards, and you can make thousands of dollars. Now it's a matter on some of these cards. It's like if you can go in and you can even double your money, or you can go on and make a couple $100 from some of the cards you're getting from the pack, or you're doing pretty good. So take that into consideration when you are buying some of the packs there. Okay, on that particular site. All right. The next thing in regards to the DC, remember some of you guys might have gone on and bought this particular thing. You are able to go on and do your reveal now. I think it says a countdown. Well, countdown to revealing your collection. Now you can get signed in. And but this sale is over. Remember, there was about 200,000. There was going to be 200,000 of these particular items. For me, that was just a ton of items. It's just like okay. But again, you start thinking about it in land and stuff with Bored Apes have the land coming out with 200,000. But again, I think it's when you're looking at the different projects that are available out there, these were $300 a piece. And so if you did buy this particular item, make sure you go on and get your numbers, know what you're selling. If you got something that was going to be a better reveal, know your pricing. That's the biggest thing I can keep telling people. Know your pricing, because if you don't know your pricing, you're literally giving away a lot of money for something that you had to have taken the time to go in and buy. Okay, so that'll be very, very, very important. All right. Okay. The next thing in regards to Blancos, remember Blancos, we still are definitely still investing into the Blancos project. Still love some of the graphics. What's it? My
Is
tickets.
there a new way of signing in with your email?
Uh,
Did she get that?
yours went to generate pass or something. Her says it wants to send an email.
Mine did too.
Mine
Okay.
said the same thing as yours, Jessica.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So if you need to still keep trying to get yours, I'll keep talking. It's no problem. Okay. In regards to Broncos, again, we are definitely still investing in Broncos. Love the graphics that they're doing within this particular game. I think as they continue to go on, it's going to me. I said I look at the when I talk about some of the things as far as Blancos or when we're talking about those. I always my mind always goes back to when we used to invest in Axes. We still have our Axes characters and stuff from Axie over there in that particular game. But I look at the amount it used to cost to buy some of the Axie stuff. Sometimes it was $20, sometimes it was a couple $100, and land same thing. I know some of the pricing of that has come down, but I compare it to Blancos as far as Blancos. Their graphics to me is just so much. It's just, I mean, it's different graphics because obviously they're trying to do different things with it. And then with the connection that they're making with Amazon and stuff like that, I'm thinking longer term. So I'm not necessarily investing in Blancos to come in here and instantly flip. I'm investing in Blancos so that if Blancos their game continues to get bigger and better, and if some of the items that I have are no longer available, your kids might want to buy them from me. It's meaning you're going to use your money to buy them from me. And so that's the context of what I'm doing when I'm looking at the Blancos game. I'm looking at buying some of these things, holding on to them, because when I look at the Axie, they were originally a lower price and they ended up going to thousands and thousands of dollars for those same items. And again, because of the scarcity as far as some of those are concerned, especially when you can find the lower price items, it's almost like you find in the items that are $10 or some of these little some of the accessories and stuff that are $7 or $8 and $6. It's like, okay, go on. Don't drink coffee at work that week. Literally go on and buy some of these accessories and say that's your an investment that you're going to be putting in for a longer period of time. That's how I'll do mine. Is like, okay, I'll go in and buy 5 or 10 or whatever I'm going to buy on a particular item. And then after that, I'll say, okay, I'm good on that item. When's the next item coming up? Okay. That's how I'll definitely do that. Okay, what do you do with the land? Okay, I know. We'll talk about the Bored Ape Land. I see that question in there too. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
They don't know yet. Yeah, they don't.
No, well, I'm gonna be very
They
transparent.
don't know yet. Yeah, they
All
don't
I
know
know
yet.
is it's going to make us some money. That's all I can tell you. It's going to make some money. I don't know what we're doing
Yeah,
with it
that
yet.
part. That's all they know. That's the main thing they know.
That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else has been put out, but it's going to make some money. It's going to make some money. So. Okay, so I don't know. Many of you may or may not be using Kraken. Just if you need to get off to hop on your other computer, I can finish this.
I have them both up. I've got the wallet, the DAP app,
Okay.
the laptop, the main computer. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not. If you use Kraken, I don't personally use Kraken, but if you do use it, they are trying to do it a crypto exchange to roll out in their NFT market. So do some research on that. Like I said, and like I said, we don't. Sometimes just because we're not using something doesn't mean it's bad. And so we do try to cover everything in regards to, some other people might be using it. So if you're looking at NFTs, you can start looking, and maybe you can even get on the wait list, because right on here that it says you can join the wait list. If you are using this particular exchange, you can get on the wait list. And then when they do launch the NFTs, maybe that may be an opportunity for you to be able to get some of those assets early on, some of the newer stuff that's coming out. Again, I'm not on this particular one, so it's not like I'm saying, hey, I'm going to go get signed up for it. But if you are using that one, make sure you've gotten signed up for the wait list on that one. All right. All right, and then this is Solana. Jessica, you got
Solana, okay, Bears top all Ethereum NFT projects with 18 million in sales in one day. As we talk about different blockchains, they're still coming up. They're still trying to have lower gas fees. Of course, in the beginning, it's a lot of wild west. Scammers try to take over early blockchains, just try to get their opportunity, but it is still a blockchain and look at. Like I said, the fees are lower. And so just showing you Ethereum is going to have competition in the future. Right now, there are so many people buying and investing in the project currently, but that's because a minute number of people are currently in it. So down the line when those do come over, when more blockchains keep coming out and more mainstream adoption come out, and you're able to have more people in that volume and raising those prices up on those projects, you can see exactly what it could do. So it's just showing, how much Solana did compared to Ethereum. And we know Ethereum is the number one blockchain right now that most projects are coming out on.
Okay, good stuff, Jessica. Thank you. I'm trying to talk to.
I didn't realize I should have looked at you.
I was trying to tell them, like, because they were trying to move another something to the one of the clinics off the to the.
Did they get an email?
I think they got an email, but they're trying to move another one to get one for you.
I never got an email. Please do something. Thank you. Appreciate you.
They're trying to see if they can move that fast enough to get it. So
I haven't received no email. It's amazing.
Okay, all right, so that's good there. Y'all see, we trying to really multitask. We really trying to be like pay attention, but at the same time, it's like we trying to get signed up too. All right, remember packs for UFC. If you're still participating in UFC, May the 3rd, the packs will be dropping for that's today. Yeah, the UFC packs will be dropping. Did I miss the time already on that? I can't remember what time they were going to be. Okay, so the UFC. I think again, as you're looking at, I can't even watch UFC. I got to go off the screen. I'm gonna just tell you, I can't hardly watch the UFC because yes, my legend. I can't even hardly watch the UFC because how they be hitting each other. I'll be like, oh Lord, have mercy. It's just too much. So, but if you can participate in UFC, I have bought some of the packs, but again, I just can't watch it because I can sell the moments. If I look at the moments and be like, okay, they're good. But UFC is going to be doing some drops. There's also the Major League Baseball on Candy. I know we've talked about Candy for a long period of time now. You can definitely go on and buy some of the baseball cards for that. That's going to be, it's actually already open. And those packs are $50. Okay, those packs are $50. And some people have been doing very well. I know we were talking to, I think Brother Mo too, as far as, and some of the other people in regards to how some of these cards are still doing fairly well, going on and trying to either sell something. If they say you bought it for $100, getting it sold for $200 or even $500. Some people are literally going on and saying, hey, take some of the capital on some of these new ones that are coming out because when early on, because of the amount of packs that may be dropping, it will make some of the cards that you're investing in rarer. And so that's where you're going to end up making the money. It's no different than how we did with investing in the NBA Top Shot very early on. As things continue to evolve and as more and more people come in that can buy these particular NFTs, the number should continue to increase. The one thing I definitely like about Candy is, it's one of those ones where, again, you can use a debit card. Any of the ones, we've kind of been talking about, you can use a debit card. So trying to get the general population to come into the space is going to be a little easier than trying to get someone who has no idea how to even buy their crypto to even get into the space. So first they got to figure out how to buy the crypto, then they got to figure out how to connect the wallet, how to keep the wallet secure, all those things, and then try to figure out how to connect it to Can't. So it's a lot of more, there's more steps that have to be done. And so if it's possible that we can come on and make it a little easier, that's, again, that's what we're trying to do with some of these that are on here right now. Okay, so again, Candy, this one you can definitely participate in this one also. Okay, here's another NFT that's going to be coming up fairly soon. The only reason why I kind of looked at this one, it's called Local Weather. I'm like, it didn't like pop out at me like, oh wow, Local Weather, I should really go on but Russell Wilson. I looked at that, as far as him, the Super Bowl being in this particular, well, I shouldn't even say, I don't know how much he's tied into probably, because I know some people will use your name as far as you're doing this, but if they're putting his name on there, obviously they must have done something to have a connection with him on this particular, and it's drinks, you're buying some particular drinks. The one thing that I did like is that you have the opportunity to probably be able to connect with some of the athletes. It doesn't tell you exactly how you're going to be able to do those, but you may be able to have some type of experience. It may not even, again, it could be with the VR goggles, like when we did the one with the Utah Jazz, when we were at the owner and stuff. That was all through the Oculus. We literally went into a little building thing. It looks like a basketball arena that they had created. We walked around. They had pictures hanging up. You could actually pick up the basketball. You could walk up the stairs. But like I said, just being able to talk and communicate with them, I think that's one of the ways that a lot of people who are in this space right now will be able to monetize without really even having to leave their home. And so just that opportunity to be able to sometime to possibly be able to meet that particular person. And then also, it is another NFT that's going to be coming out. Okay, so just want to share that one with you. All right, my artifacts people again. Okay, we were literally looking at these doggone. I can't wait to get my artifacts gear. I'm gonna just be very transparent. When the artifacts gear come out, everybody will know that the artifacts gear has come out. This is again going to be one of the sweatshirts. So if you own some of the artifacts items, the sweatshirts, and I think we were talking about this. It's going to have like the QR code on it. No one knows what the QR code is going to do just yet, but it is going to be very interesting for us once we start claiming some gear that Artifacts is going to be putting out. But look at the doggone shoes. I was like I gotta get. I'm a Nike fanatic. If you don't know, I'm a Nike in real life, a Nike fanatic. Those shoes right there. So remember all the monoliths. Everybody have been getting some of the different things and the different shoes that you've been able to get. I can't wait for the shoes. I know we've been talking about them for some time. The shoes are going to be good. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say.
That's all I can say. They're going to be good. I would really like to get a reptile shoe. That is my ultimate goal is to get. Well, I shouldn't say the ultimate goal. It's not the ultimate goal. But if I could pull a reptile shoe, that would be good. I mean, I know everybody wants the Murakami, but I do too. But at the same time, the reptile shoes are they, to me, they look pretty clean. And then I do have a reptile, so it's like I would like the shoes. And so again, but being able to capitalize as far as getting some of the gear. If you are going to continue to invest into artifacts, I would definitely tell you some of the ways as far as trying to get invested in some of these into artifacts is going to be. I mean, the shoes right now, they're and I'm not saying that they're cheap. They're not cheap. I'm just saying that. So, but I'm just telling you, as far as trying to get a Clonex, I think the last time I looked, the price of Clonexes, those were like 19 ETH or almost at 20 ETH. So you're still $50,000, $60,000. So I'm not saying for the new person to come out and Joe try to figure out how to get $50,000. If you are trying to get into the artifacts group, the shoes or some of the vials, those are other skins. Those are going to be some of the cheaper ways to get into the artifact group if you want to be a part of artifacts. The other way is as far as doing some of the pods and stuff like that. That would be the only other way that I could kind of tell you as far as being able to get into that. When you buy the base, will you? Some of those, yes, some of these is for like even for some of the Clonexes, you will be able to forge your shoes and stuff. And so there's been some NFTs, and I think I've shared with you guys many times as far as the ferocious shoes. I got those shoes. I bought those shoes. If I could reach the box, let me see.
Someone been waiting for our forged shoes.
So yeah, so the ferocious shoes. Then these are. So I bought the NFT on the ferocious shoes, and then I was able to forge the physical shoe. So this is the physical shoe of the ferocious shoe. It'll give you your serial number on the side and everything, but this is what you'll end up getting is a physical shoe. The only aspect that I wish that they would do is that I wish they would allow you to do 2 pair. But that's a wish and a dream. I don't know if they're ever gonna hear me.
They want you to buy 2, so 2 NFTs.
I would buy the 2.
She had to buy 2 NFTs to get that too.
I would have to buy the 2.
No, you're messing with our scarcity now, though. No.
That's true. That is very true. That's very true.
More collection.
You know what? I had not looked at it that way. You got a valid point. So I guess you would have to buy 2 of them because my whole thought is you want to wear one, but then it's like you want also the possibility to sell one if you wanted to sell it to someone. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of hesitant. Like, well, but I hear you, Jessica. I hadn't even thought about that as far as the scarcity. That would mess up the scarcity. But yeah, you will be able to forge some of the items. We don't have dates or anything like that as far as when you'll be able to forge these particular things. But it's going to be interesting on how these things are going to come out. Okay. All right. So that was the apparel as far as the artifacts. Okay.
Yep, non-fungible people. Still waiting on them. We do know the behind the scenes, the Dash 3D software that they are using for their non-fungible people that they do have. Currently, those are a little underwater, but it's okay. The 3D software, you can still make game assets and other things like that from those assets. So to some people, there's still a benefit, and we're still, in the project. And so they did announce that there's going to be the non-fungible pets. Generally, that hopefully it's going to be you get a pet per non-fungible person, and then they have an announcement next month for a brand that they're going to be coming into the space with and doing a partnership with. So some things are still going on with it. We know a lot of projects right now are just underwater. Like I said, so much money has been pulled out, specifically even just for the sale for the weekend. But now money is starting to come back in.
I heard
Now it's starting to come back in some places. So, so yeah, if you do hold some of those still, or you haven't used like your 3D assets, soon they will have the pets. And I don't know how exactly they're going to look out. If it's like that one looks super realistic in 3D. So we'll see about that. But yep, just something to look out for if you are currently a holder in the non-fungible people still.
And I think I think we always try to be very transparent as far as, some of the projects. Yes, the non-fungible, like you said, we don't say everything we get into is like, oh, you're always going to win. There was opportunities to take money. Don't get me wrong, but they have definitely come down. But I think again, when a lot of stuff that, whether Jessica's talking about, it's because of the technology that gives us the opportunity to say, hey, you know what, this might take a little bit of time, but we still think that this was a good investment. And so you'll as you start looking at the NFT space, you'll get a better understanding of that, of like, hey, some of the projects may be very early on, and so you're going to have to kind of put a portion of your portfolio like that. And so again, but this is like I said, this one is definitely going to be coming up as far as getting your pets for that particular project, and we are still definitely invested in that one. All right. Okay. In regards to ApeCoin, the integration with Polygon, again, I think everybody's having the same issue in regards. And some people were like, was ApeCoin going to get its own thing? No one knows. No, I mean, you really don't know what everybody's doing in the background. After, like Jessica said earlier, after this doggone weekend, I mean, gas. When I first went on to try to buy the two, because we were able to claim the ones for the Bored Apes, but you were still able to buy two if you had KYC. I literally, when I went on to buy mine, and I instantly had put the gas up to fast, and I think it was like $4,500 or $4,600. I had told Majesty, we were sitting in here in the room, and it was like two hours later. I'm like, okay, I was like, I'm not gonna get the two that I'm trying to buy. I was like, it's not gonna happen. I was like, we're on 54,000, and I think it was like another 100 left to be able to be sent out. And I was like, it's over. And all of a sudden, my screen shows you have two. I was like, welcome. I was like, whoa. I was like, Majesty, I got two. I can't even believe I got two. So, but I think when people are talking about it, and I noticed even this next article, we were talking about this, how a lot of people were the community is like super mad. And I think it does, like Jessica was saying a little earlier, it is sad because when you start thinking about a lot of the new people who are trying to get into the space and trying to buy the land, because a lot of situations, most numbers, and even when people were asking me, well, how much each should I have in my wallet, and if I want to buy this particular thing, and I was like, I think, at least have one ETH in there. That should be enough for you to at least have half the one ETH is what I would say, like half the one ETH, and you should be good. I'm thinking $3,000 for gas, you should be really good. But there was a lot of people who literally went in and paid 3 ETH, 2 ETH. You're talking. So now we're talking about 9,000, 10,000, depending on what the price of ETH was at the time, just in gas. That wasn't even for the item itself. And so it can be a big turnoff for the new people who are trying to get into space, especially as you see many people who've been in the space for a long period of time. And most of us, we know what to do. We know how to go in, and we know how to increase the gas. You know how to do all those different things. But I felt like I knew what to do, and I was like, I'm at over an ETH, and I still might not get this thing. And so it can hurt the projects in regards to the gas wars. Because I mean, the miners, if you are a miner, congratulations to you. I want to look in the camera and tell you congratulations to you. You don't even have to work for the rest of the year. You made some crazy money.
Because they get to keep all that. If they prioritize it, they keep the money the miners do. So in certain ways, like she's saying, they made some serious money this week. And some people are definitely thanking them because they need those transactions to go through, especially if you picked up a quota. So, you're okay. So
yeah, okay, I'm fine. So again, that's going to be very, very interesting as far as how the backlash even within the community. And I know, and I was saying this even on our call last night in our group. The one thing that bothers me the most in regards to the NFT space, and it's even in the regular world, but even in the NFT space, because I'm in the Bored Ape group as far as the Discord and stuff, to where you can just talk to Bored Ape members. It's the entitlement.
Yeah.
It irks me to the 10th power.
See, that's her community. Yeah, that's her community. No,
listen, I'm talking about my community. I am a Bored Ape person. But it irks me to see that people think that they're just so entitled to have every single thing. And why didn't I get the coda? And why I didn't get a coda on my Bored Ape Land that I was able to mint. It was the two that I bought that I got a Bored Ape. got a coda on. So I mean, what? But again, I still look at that as like, even if I didn't get a coda on my Bored Ape Land, they gave it to me for free. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at the floor. There was an opportunity for Bored Ape people to take in, what is it, 30? Some offers were up to 32 ETH before reveal. So you had an opportunity to take almost $100,000 plus on something that you wanted to, either if you didn't want it to be revealed or wanted to be revealed, you could have taken that offer. If you'd taken a $50,000 offer, it was a free item. So when people start saying, well, we're entitled because we had a Bored Ape and we should have gotten this, that irks me. I'm like, no, they're like regular people. I'm a regular person. And so, that is the hardest part. Because like I said, you look at even the things that you've received, whether you're a Bored Ape person, it's like, okay, we got a free dog. You got a free mutant ape. So if you wanted to take anything free, that's $200,000 of free airdrops. Then you got free ape coin. So now you got another $200,000 of airdrop. It's like, what entitlement are you? What else are you looking for? what else do they owe you?
That's right.
I mean, there's no other place that you can go to a job and like, well, listen, I know I've worked here for all this time. I'm entitled to $400,000 for just being here. It doesn't work that way. And so if I could change anything in that aspect, that would be the one thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, not everybody in the Bored Ape thing is like that. There's a lot of people who are regular and very, very grateful of what they've received. But just the very few of them that are in there that sometimes will say those things, or even if they're on Twitter venting, it's like, man, go vent and go find somebody. There's no reason to vent. There's nothing. Now, the only problem I did say, and I think I've talked about this yesterday, and I know I'm talking a lot, was in regards to the people who might have bought the Bored Apes, because it was not clear in that aspect of if you bought a Bored Ape or if you, it wasn't crystal clear, should I say, as far as if they thought that, because many people thought the Bored Ape Land was going to be better than just a regular land. So people who went in and spent $300,000 or $400,000 in that hope that they were going to get a better land to probably try to capitalize some of their money back, those people, I'm kind of like, okay, that hurts. Because I mean, if I would be the same person, like if I was going to spend $300,000 or $400,000 on an item, and I got the same land, that part could have been a little bit more clear. But the other part of the entitlement, you don't have nothing. Don't talk to me, because I'm like, nah, that don't even work. It doesn't work that way. So,
and even to speak a little bit, I'll add to that. Like right now, they were at, before this project, before the launch, they were at like 150 ETH range, and now they're about 107. Still a lot of money, but you can tell like with how the community felt, or some things that may even been in the community, it's taken a hit. Still, 47 ETH is 47 ETH, but when you've bought in at this, if you bought in lower, you're still, of course, in a lot of different profit. But it goes to show you how a drop, especially if you have other items within that, that cover you, like Bored Ape and then the Kennel Club and then the serums, how it can impact those projects if things aren't done right. It will impact all of them across the board. And so it's definitely important to get into those projects when, it's lower price. And if it hit, you're still in profit no matter what. But it does speak volumes about how the community reacts to it, and how that price can also be affected by it. And as we say, it's always about the community, the people that support your project. If the people within that project aren't supporting it, then the project is it's just not going to make money. It's not going to continue to go up. People aren't going to continue to buy into it. And so it's probably going to take a hit temporarily. Hopefully they'll come up with some stuff, because how they reacted to it, they were blaming Ethereum, like they didn't write the contract and everything else. And so people didn't like their reaction, especially if you've been in the space. It's not like you're new. You've been here, you've watched different projects, you've watched people come out. And so you should know that gas was going to be an issue. And so hopefully, we'll see what happens. It still is, like I said, the highest blue chip project out there. I do expect it to be flipped one day, but we're waiting on that. So no rush, I guess. Artifact.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So the land, you can see the land for if you do own the land, or if you own the land, I think the floor was at 3.75. I don't know if it's come back down any further. I'm thinking that, and honestly, I mean, if people continue to be mad, I think the floor could easily get, well, I should say easily, could come down to 3 ETH. But I don't think it's going to come down that much further. Literally because I think when we were looking at the number of people with the Bored Ape, as far as the Bored Ape community, you got the two, or if you had the mutant ape and the Bored Ape, most people wanted to buy more than two, and so if they didn't have the opportunity to go on and buy when the drop happened, then that would be an area as far as many of them would still want to come in and continue to buy. And I don't know if OpenSea must be down.
It is
So.
down. I've been
Okay.
yes, it
Okay,
is.
so OpenSea is down, so I can't show you, but the last numbers that I looked at was 3.75, and so again, you can definitely go on do some research on that. Again, like just said, I don't know what the land gonna do just yet. I'm just trying to read like everybody else reading, but we don't have there's nothing clear to say. Well, oh, if you have this on there, all I do know is the Coda one is supposed to be one of the better ones to have. But other than that, there's some other ones that are good, that are rare also. But you still talk about some of them are like have been 6-figure in regards to getting some of the ones that with the lower serial number, so you can be closer to the center of the game. Okay, so sorry, can't show you that part. Okay, just the NFT worlds.
Yes, so for NFT Worlds, we got going on. We have the avatars that came out, the Genesis avatars that were getting released. Some people got those airdrop that that did hold the land. Those passes are about like 0.69, or they maybe fluctuate between 0.59 and 0.69 right now. But that does entitle them to mint one of their avatars at zero point 0.4. And so it is going to be coming out at a Dutch auction at starting at 1 ETH. So you kind of playing that fine line. You can go buy the mint pass and then pay 0.4, and that's going to get you about to 1 ETH. Or you can try to wait for the Dutch auction and start, which starts at 1 ETH, if you think they're going to have time to come down. Definitely one of the avatars we're interested in. We like NFT Worlds. A lot of people can build out over there, but just want to show you this also, that if you are looking to buy the pass, you can get the pass for that price there, the 0.62, and then on the 4th, or you can double check the date, you'll be able to mint that avatar for 0.4, which gets you close to the Dutch auction starting price of 1 ETH.
Yeah. Okay, and then. In regards to the NFT worlds, the land, the land has come down again. I think it was at 10, and then it had gone up to 11 or 12 ETH. It still is. It has come down. I think it's probably because everybody has received their free airdrop. So don't think you can come over here and buy a piece of land and get a free airdrop or get the airdrop. That's not going to happen. People have already probably claimed them, and they have put them back up for sale. So again, I do like NFT worlds. It is one of the ones again that's on my radar. As far as getting invested in, because of the just the metaverse aspect of it. Okay, so but those are 7. They are 7 ETH right now. All right, and then the other thing in regards to those of you who may be going to Minnesota to the VeeCon, and like I said,
if you weren't going, you might consider going now. If you weren't, you can take you and your boo, the kids, the family trip now. It's all under.
You didn't just say you and your boo.
Wherever you want to go. It ain't 5,200, it's 6,000 no more. You're like, oh, okay. Make a little trip out of it. Get a little education, get a little concert.
Wait a minute. You did not say take you and your boo.
Oh man, y'all both can learn together. I'm telling you. So, I'm going by myself, but still. I'll be like, oh man, but yeah, especially for VeeCon, the prices have been coming down. But even though a lot of people have been affected because Gary Vee is doing a lot of stuff in the space, so some people might be mad because the project has 55,000 and this or that. But that's just going to be what they're going to do. He is going to build out one of the best conferences and always have had some of the best conferences for people there. So a lot of people in the NFT space actually will be there. A lot of the brands we even talk about, Artifact, different ones, probably have even Bored Ape member communities coming in there speaking about some of the opportunity that they have. So anybody that's in the space that really respects the NFT and knows like what Gary Vee is trying to build out and not taking it personal right now will be there. And so that's a lot of people that's actually quite a bit. And even if you go to the VeeCon site, you'll see all the speakers. You see the video of how his conferences are held. And so before I used to joke, like, it's going to be a concert. I still think it is going to be a concert because luckily enough, every night they do give you a concert. I don't know who's going to be there, but if you do want to, after happy hour, go to the concert. They host 2 hours after the night. It's going to be 19th to the 22nd. And so, now, like I said, the prices are almost close to like $700, $650.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are in this space aren't even, sometimes, you don't know the location. You can be anywhere in the world. And a lot of people don't come to things in person. So people are now dropping those prices because they're not going to be planning on attending that event. They may have multiple items also, but this one item here is your ticket for the event. So it is in Minneapolis. It's going to be this month. Some people may be close. Some people may be far and can still get a ticket. Yep. So I'm like, hey, I ain't even gotta wait. I can give it 2 more weeks if I wanted to. No. Now I just go grab them for no reason. I was like, I wonder what it's gonna come down to. Might as well wait till people start, selling them or knowing they're not gonna go, and then they'll start dropping them. And sure enough, they are definitely doing that. And we'll see how far they come. I mean, I ain't gotta stop them from falling yet, but
you ain't gotta stop them from falling.
Yeah. But soon, I'm gonna just take this. Whatever it is, it is.
Yeah, because we things are booked already, ma'am.
Yeah, they are. I booked my tickets today too. I was like,
they be laughing at me because I'm like, I'm buying my ticket now. I'm there. If I'm already there,
5,200 now.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Jessica had talked me off the ledge when it first dropped, and I was like, I think we had a discussion about the tickets were like $5,200 at the very beginning when they first came out, and I made the statement. I was like, I would pay the $5,200 to go to the conference to get education. As far for me, I feel like it's even the networking aspect.
Yeah.
But Jessica like, nah, she's like, I think it's gonna keep dropping. I was like, okay, we got time. And so I didn't pull the trigger at $5,200. And I'm like forever grateful. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't pay $5,200 for that.
The whole family was going. She's gonna make the whole family go out for that event. We're gonna cross average in some ways. Everybody was gonna go to that event. Oh man. But yeah, like you said, it's good, like you say. Especially when, like, even if it was at that price point when it's worth it for her, especially like you're saying, the networking aspect and other things to go to that event, who was putting it on. And so sometimes it's the market tells how the market is. These are the first kinds of like being you'd be able to redeem them for the actual conference for it. So it was really the first go around for us to be able to tell how the market is going to go with a project like this. So you never know. It could have went the other way. But people are kind of in the market right now, sidelining, not buying too many things. And honestly, that's really how a lot of projects are going. So it's an opportunity right now for us to be able to get these tickets so low. So if you are looking to learn and don't know nothing, or just networking, like lest we believe some networking that can go out there. And so if you're interested, you can go now at a very more reasonable price. It's not gonna cost you $8,000 for a hotel room and ticket no more.
It's not gonna cost you. Good stuff. All right. So listen. So again, apologies for we're trying to multitask and do what we're doing as far as trying to get into our to the artifacts thing because like I said, it happened at the same time. So sorry if we were distracted a little bit, but we also were trying to handle business on the same side. Please remember though, if you have friends or family, and I did see the question in regards to someone asked a question in regards about collaborating with groups to purchase NFTs and stuff. Some people have the skill, some people have the cash. That is something that in our monthly membership, we've been very, very much discussing those aspects of, hey, how do we put funds together to do different projects? Again, that's something to me. I'm always, and I'm very transparent about, when I'm trying to do something, I want it to be in black and white. So there's no confusion. And so once I get the time to go back and address that some more, then, that's some of the things that we definitely do in our close group. Because again, I think there are some people, like you said, who have the skills, who can find the projects, but sometimes they just don't have the capital at the very beginning. And so those things are available. Again, our monthly membership, Maxie will probably post a link of our monthly membership. And then, like I said, we always will have the whatsnfts.com site, the whatsnfts.com site. That will be our free site here on Facebook, where you can come on. And if you have family members who are looking to learn about NFTs, we post information over here, whether it's articles and stuff. And sometimes even if there's a drop or something, you definitely can send them here to continue to learn. And then we do definitely have our YouTube channel too, that you can definitely go on and if you have friends, it's all free. send them there to go see it. Our YouTube channel of some of the previous videos and recordings that we've done. Again, we love the NFT space. We know that there is a great opportunity or within the NFT
Yeah,
space.
in many different ways. Like you just even said, for the group, especially form our own DAO. If we have to be our own DAO, whatever it is, get it in black and white, get it all written down, and be successful. And then you don't have to be alone in the space. So, like you're saying, definitely check out some of the group things that we do, and even the free information. If you don't want to pay right now, that's understandable. But we definitely have a lot of great content that you guys can catch on that YouTube. I mean, I think dating back to September, especially in the YouTube videos, even though we've been going much longer than that, but definitely use those resources. Just see some of the things we're talking about, and the market's going to change different times, so you may be able to take entries for some of those projects. So just keep an eye out on some things and review those videos. Especially have your family check them out if they want to. But it'd be really good for you guys to start, passing it on to you. If you haven't bought something yet, you have to make your first move too. I know, before you pass it on, but just getting that knowledge and information into your system to get a foundation is important.
Okay, good stuff. So again, whatsnfts.com. That is our Facebook group. That's free. Our monthly membership, Matt, put in the chat. So if you'd like to join our monthly membership, please feel free. Everybody come in. Like I said, we learn, we talk. If we don't just post, I'm gonna just tell you right now. So if you're looking for us to post every day, all day, that won't be us. We come in, we post. If there's something good that we're looking at getting into, we'll come in there and post. So I want to set expectations so you know that we're not like in there like all day. You just don't. It's not. No, I like to fish still too. So once again, thank you all thank you all so much for hopping on with us today. Really appreciate it. Again, appreciate you guys. Continue to learn as much as you possibly can about the NFT space. It is going to be very, very rewarding for you. Okay, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great one.